Today's video is brought to you by SoccerStarShop.com. If you're looking to purchase a new pair of football boots at a great price, go and check them out. Make sure you use the discount code HD to get 5% off when checking out. So ever since I started this rebuilding series back in February, the comment section has been consistently flooded with requests for us to do Tottenham. Whilst I wouldn't consider Spurs as a side who need rebuilding, I definitely think there is a narrative to be conveyed here. They have been on the cusp of winning the Premier League for the past 2 seasons, but have performed pretty poorly on the Champions League side of things. We're going to try a rapid rebuild today. A rebuild that I think we can complete in 1 or 2 seasons. We're off to North London. We're taking Pochettino's job. We're rebuilding Tottenham Hotspur. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to another rebuilding video. As I said, you wanted Tottenham to be rebuilt. I have no idea why, but we're doing it today due to popular demand, and I'm honestly so interested to see how many seasons it will take us. Hopefully we can do it in the first season. In simulations, in other rebuilds, we've had in the first season Tottenham win it, so there's no reason why we can't do it now with some decent transfers. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. But if you guys are new around here and you do like the concept of this series, make sure that you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below, and also make sure that you click the little bell notification next to the subscribe button to get notified every time I upload. So this is the starting 11 that I'm going to be rocking for the first season. The main positions I'm considering upgrading, there's 2 players I want to bring in, 2 former Spurs beasts. I don't know whether I'll be able to bring them both in this first season, but it's going to be Luka Modric and Gareth Bale. Now, what I can do, if I go for Gareth Bale, I would put Eriksen at attacking midfielder and then put Dele Alli at centre midfielder. But if I brought Luka Modric in, I would do a straight swap for Modric and Wanyama. I could also look to upgrade the left mid spot, but honestly, I want to give Son a good run. I really enjoy him, watching him play and using him in this year's FIFA. Also, I meant to have Danny Rose in there, not Ben Davies. But anyways, let's see what business we can do. Let's see what players we can bring in. And let's get Tottenham some European glory. So we've had both Gareth Bale and Luka Modric accept contracts. Now Modric is 64 million and Gareth Bale 60 million plus Eric Lamela. It's a tough choice. I don't know who to sign. If we don't win in the first season, Modric is only going to go down. I think I'm going to sign Gareth Bale. You can't resist a 90 rated player. Half decent price. He's going to slot in quite nicely. We might be able to sign Luka Modric further down the line if we can bring some more funds. But right now, we're going to be bringing Gareth Bale back to Tottenham. Hopefully we see you in the squad at some point, Luka. And a player departure here, Michel Vorm off to Southampton for £13.5 million. And a pretty big player departure here. I wanted to keep Moussa Dembele, but for that price, it means we can go ahead and have a good crack at re-signing Luka Modric, which in my opinion is a bigger goal than keeping Dembele. So the Belgian is off to Valencia for £25.5 million. And on the eve of our clash against Liverpool, we've completed both of our goals. Luka Modric coming back to White Hart Lane from Real Madrid, signing for £66 million. I'm pretty stoked about the squad we've been able to build so far. When it comes to these bigger team sort of rebuilds, there's always going to be less signings than the smaller ones, just due to the fact about how good the squad already is. Like this squad right now, we could easily win the Champions League in this first season, and I'm excited to see if we actually do. So for those of you wondering what our Champions League group is for this season 1, Benfica, Napoli and Celtic all are in our group. It's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge to qualify out of this group. Hopefully we can top it, but then again, we've had stranger things happen. Let's simulate to halfway through December, after all our group stage games, and see how we went right about now. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. We did better than Tottenham did in real life. We qualify out of our Champions League group, not a single loss, 4 wins, 2 draws, 14 points. We're going through with Napoli. And in the last 16 of the Champions League, we're going to be taking on Bayer Leverkusen. Some absolutely huge ties in the last 16. Look at the both top corners for the both sides of the draw. Juve versus Man City, and then Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. And look at the bottom left, Bayern Munich versus PSG. So I think in the grand scheme of things, we got somewhat fortunate. It's still going to be pretty damn hard, but. So here we are on the 1st of January, halfway through the season. We're currently sitting in second position, tied on points with Crystal Palace, 4 points behind Manchester United. Definitely a good position to be in. It would be very, very nice to win the Premier League this season, but my main priority is qualifying for the Champions League again. It's an insurance for us if we don't win it in this first season. Hopefully we don't have to worry about any of that, however. Hopefully we just go and win it this season. And in the drop zone, it is Burnley, Stoke City and Hull City fighting it out. Whether we sign somebody or not in this window, I'm not sure on that, but I'll keep you informed, of course. Let's see what business we can do in January. So, we had a few transfer offers, but nothing really happened in January. I'm still content with the squad we have, and we now have to get into our opening Champions League knockout game, travelling to Germany, away against Leverkusen. Toby Alderweireld is out, and Vincent Janssen is out as well, although he was a bench player, so Eric Dier comes into the starting 11. Besides that, it is full strength. Still have Dele Alli, still have Luka Modric. Gareth Bale gets us an away goal in the 14th minute. That is the start we wanted. We want to keep a clean sheet and we want to pile on the goals. As soon as I say that, freaking Bender scores for them. Son gets us another away goal, so 2 away goals. A third away goal would be quite handy, which is pretty obvious statement, but will we get it? It's not looking likely. 2-1 heading into the second leg. So Alderweireld is back for the second leg here. Still no Vincent Janssen, but Alderweireld is back into the starting 11. We're at home. We're 2-1 up against Bayer Leverkusen. If it stays 0-0, we go through to the quarterfinals, but let's see if we can pile on the goals nice and early to give us a comfortable advantage. No away goals for them. Harry Kane makes it 3-1. We're looking pretty damn good at the moment. Leverkusen have to score 3 goals in 40 minutes, so I would say we're home, but crazy things have happened as they go and score a goal. Let's get another goal. Bale makes it 4-2. We're going to be heading through to the quarterfinals. That is a huge result. Come on, Tottenham. Well, you never generally get matched up against an easy opponent in the Champions League quarterfinals, and that proves to be true in our case. Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. We're really going to get to see what we're made of here. Luckily, we've stolen Modric and Bale from them, which helps. But they still have Ronaldo, Benzema. They signed Courtois, which I saw. They've got Ramos, Pepe. It's going to be a challenge. So Ronaldo and co coming to White Hart Lane here for the first leg. Let's see if we can get off to a good start. My main focus is no away goals. Look at that squad. Ronaldo, Son gets a goal in the 9th minute. He gets in there. They're not even rocking their full-strength squad. Cruz on the bench. Eriksen makes it 2-0. Holy crap. Okay, this is going better than I expected. Once again, I've got to say, no away. Eriksen makes it 3-0. What? Real Madrid are doing worse than Bayer Leverkusen. They get an away goal. Would have been nice to keep them to 0. But 3-1. That is a dream start. So we have 1 foot in the door for the Champions League semi-finals, but Considering it's Real Madrid away at the Santiago Bernabeu, we really only have one pinky toe in the door. Let's see if we can score some away goals, not let Real Madrid score, and get into the semi-finals. Come on, boys. 3-1 up. Let's not bottle it. Ronaldo makes it 3-2. That is not a good start. They will be going through on away goals rule as well if they score another one. Hold on. Do not let them score another one. Casemiro makes it 2-0. No, we need to score, otherwise we've just choked it. Score, somebody, score. No, we have been eliminated in Season 1, 2-0 to Real Madrid. Oh my, we've just bottled it. So here we are at the conclusion of Season 1, and Tottenham are Premier League champions. I'm sure all you Spurs fans are happy to see that. We clawed back the 4-point deficit and ended up defeating Manchester United by 2 points to lift the Premier League title. The three sides going down are West Ham. Okay, that's pretty surprising to see. Look how close that bottom race was. 13th down to 18th. Were all decided by 1 point. Burnley and Hull also joining West Ham in the championship for next season. Going across to the FA Cup, it is Everton who lift that title. They defeated Leicester in the final. We got eliminated by Brighton. That's a bit of an upset in the round of 16. And we were eliminated once again in the round of 16 for the EFL Cup. Liverpool defeating us 3-0 there. Moving over to European action, and it was Bayern Munich who defeated Roma 4-0 in the Champions League final. And in the Europa League, just like in real life, Man United, they win that title. However, they didn't defeat Ajax, they defeated Zenit. So we didn't go as far as we wanted in Season 1, but we do get another shot in Season 2. We'll be able to build our squad even stronger, and I think we will definitely be able to at least reach the final of the Champions League. Let's get into Season 2 right now. Kicking off this second season here with a player departure. Jan Vertonghen wanted to leave the club, which I'm fine with. I was going to upgrade him this season anyway, so he is off to Manchester United for £23.5 million. And we are immediately going to get his replacement here, a world-class pickup, Jerome Boateng, coming from Juventus for £50 million. That is a huge signing. So our first 11 is pretty damn strong. I just think we need to build up our bench in case we get destroyed by injuries. We're going to sign a brand new centre midfielder, Adam Lallana from Liverpool, coming in for £20 million. That is a great backup option for sure. So here is our Champions League group for Season 2. Some would say it's harder, some would say it's easier than Season 1. Dortmund's in there, which makes it a lot more competitive, but Saint Etienne, PSV, they're probably on the same levels as Celtic and Benfica, but we'll have to see. Let's simulate to the end of December, just like we did last time, and have a look right now. We did even better than last year, 15 points, but look at that! Dortmund didn't even make it out. Saint Etienne absolutely crushed it. We had 5 wins, 0 draws, 1 loss, 15 points. They were only 2 points behind us. Borussia Dortmund eliminated in the group stages. That is a real surprise. And would you know it, for the second year in a row, we're going to be taking on Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League round of 16. Let's hope we have the same result as last year, and let's hope we don't get Real Madrid in the quarterfinals if we do get past that stage. So here we are halfway through the Premier League season. Everton are the current league leaders. We are in the exact same position as we were at this point last season. Second place, only 3 points behind this time, so definitely a good possibility that Tottenham could go back to back. That's not our main priority. As I said last year, just as long as we get top 4, that is good. The drop zone right now is Sunderland, Aston Villa, and Swansea. So absolutely nothing happened in January. We're going to get right into the Champions League knockout rounds away at Leverkusen. No Hugo Lloris for this first leg. Not sure about the second leg, so it's going to be tough. A 67 rated McGee in goals, which kind of makes me wish I kept Michel Vorm in Season 1. He would come in handy quite right about now. Let's just not concede any goals. if we keep a clean sheet, we get an away goal. That's the start we wanted. I was about to say, if we keep a clean sheet, that would be ridiculous, and we're doing it so far. And as soon as I say that, I jinx us. It's 1-1 at the moment, but I'm pretty content with that. Let's just not concede a bunch of goals at the end of this game. Let's keep it this way. Is it going to be 1-1? Yes, it is. 1-1 heading into the second leg, and we have an away goal. So fortunately for the second leg, we have Hugo Lloris back. On the other hand, Danny Rose has picked up an injury. He's out for about the next 6 or 7 weeks. Fortunately, Davies is a very capable replacement, 81 rated, so we're definitely in a lot stronger position, and that is proved as Bale gives us the lead here. So we are ahead 2-1 on aggregate. They miss a penalty, gets in there. That would have been really big if they scored that one, because it would have taken a goal advantage, away goal advantage, out of the window. Harry Kane makes it 2-0, 3-1 up. Get in there. We're looking pretty likely to head back to the quarterfinals. There it is. Walker's injured, but Eriksen makes it 3-0. We're going back to the Champions League quarterfinals. Get in there. So fortunately, we're not taking on Real Madrid. They got eliminated by Man United in the round of 16. But regardless, we're taking on another side from Madrid, Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone's men are going to be our opponents for the Champions League quarterfinals. Should be quite interesting. Let's get right into it now and see if we can get past the quarterfinals. We're at home. We're at White Hart Lane here. Let's see if we can get off to a good start. Still no Danny Rose, but he will be back for the next leg unless he picks up another injury. So it's the same starting 11 and the same bench we rocked in the second leg against Leverkusen. Who do they have? They still have Griezmann. Son gives us the lead in the 6th minute, but Vieto gets them an away goal. They've got quite an impressive squad. Haven't really bought anyone besides Nemanja Matic. Eriksen misses a penalty. That is not what we were after. Let's just not concede. Every time I say that, I always jinx it. Guarantee they score now. But can we get another goal? 20 minutes to go. Still 1-1. Griezmann gets them an away goal. That is not what we were after. 2-1 heading into the second leg now. 2-1 down here heading into the second leg away at the Estadio Vicente Calderon against Atletico Madrid. Danny Rose back into the starting 11. He's returned from injury. Early goals. Early goals. 2-0 or greater. That is an early goal. That's what we want. Dele Alli setting the example, but they get a goal. So what's that? That's 3-2. We get one more goal and it's all tied up. Away goals are out of the equation. Danny Rose gets it on his return from injury. No, Griezmann gets them back in the lead. If we get another goal but we go through, please get us another goal and we go through on away goals rule. 10 minutes to go. Eriksen gets it in the 79th. Hold on, fellas. There it is. We're going through the Champions League semi-finals. This would have been one hell of a match to witness live. Holy crap. Get in there. Barcelona in the semi-finals. Oh dear, this is going to be tough. This means we've had to face all 3 of the Spanish giants across the 2 seasons. Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and now Barcelona. If we get to the Champions League final, we really would have deserved it. This is going to be a very tough clash. Let's not waste any time. Let's see if we can overcome MSN and get to the Champions League final with Tottenham. The same starting 11 here as we rocked against Atletico Madrid. We're at home. We're at White Hart Lane. Let's see if we can get some goals on the board. We cannot allow Barcelona to score here. They've got MSN up front. They've got Martinez, Mascherano, Ter Stegen in between the sticks, Alba. They've got Özil on the bench. Oh god, this is going to be interesting. Still 0-0. This is alright in my opinion. Just can't let them score. Come on, fellas. Janssen on for Harry Kane. Half an hour remaining in this first leg. Still 0-0. Sissoko on for Gareth Bale. Walker gives us the lead. Kyle Walker makes it 1-0 in the 75th minute. That is a great performance. Would have liked a bigger lead, but they did not score, which is a huge advantage. The second leg here, away at the Camp Nou. Can we defeat the Catalonian Giants and get into the Champions League final? Just like I said against Real Madrid in Season 1, we have one pinky in the door. Nothing is going to be simple against Barcelona. We just need to keep a clean sheet. Simple as that. Not simple. Simple, not simple. Let's get a goal and make it even more in our favour. Neymar gets an equaliser for them. So the clean sheet idea is out the window as I expected. We need a goal though. If we score, we go through. If it ends 1-1, no, Neymar, yes, yeah, we're ahead on, yes, we go through on away goals rule. When I saw Neymar pick up that second goal, I thought it was all over Red Rover, but then Eric Dier, fresh off the bench, gets us into a Champions League final. We've done it pretty crappily in this rebuild. We've won a lot of away goals rule matchups, but it doesn't matter. We're going to be taking on either Bayern Munich or Napoli in the Champions League final. So it's going to be Bayern Munich that we take on in the Champions League final. They dispatched of Napoli in the semi-finals 3-0. Would have been quite a nice change to take on Napoli in the Champions League final, but we've defeated Bayern Munich in other rebuilds in the past. I'm confident we can do it with this Tottenham side. But before we get into that final, let's take a look around the rest of the leagues. Europa League, it was won by PSG. The Premier League, we missed out on goal difference from going back to back. Man United win the league on goal difference, which is definitely quite upsetting, but we did pretty well. The drop zone, it is Villa, Sunderland and Leeds all going down. We did lose the Community Shield in the early stages of Season 2 to Everton on a penalty shootout. In the FA Cup, we also lost on a penalty shootout to Manchester City, so this season has been pretty rough for us. We could have won the treble, but instead we are looking to only win our first piece of silverware. Let's see how we did in the EFL Cup. Man City won that. We didn't even make it to the last 16, so disappointing. So here is our squad report ahead of the Champions League final. You guys know that I like to go through it just in case we win it and the rebuild is completed. So we really haven't had to make too many transfers in this rebuild. The squad, as I said, was pretty damn good heading into it. So I'm happy with the squad. I'm happy with the transfers. Luka Modric going down, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's what happens with age in this. We got a few players hitting the 90s, including Christian Eriksen, Jerome Boateng, Gareth Bale, and I think Harry Kane as well. Yeah, Harry Kane's at 90, so we're going to have a lot of firepower heading into this matchup against Bayern Munich. Speaking of it, let's get into it right now.
Tonight I'm gonna show what you've been missing. I'm sorry I don't pay you no attention. Tonight I'ma show you off. Tonight I'ma show you off. Tonight I'm gonna show what you've been missing. I'm sorry I don't pay you no attention. Tonight I'ma show you off. Tonight I'ma show you off. Okay, now hop up in that Rover and pretend like I'm a chauffeur. Windows down, that's that music locker when we rollin'. Flying out on private, take that jet down to the islands. And mine, show you off in the Lambos out.
Bayern Munich have one hell of a squad. We have one hell of a squad. It's gonna be one hell of a Champions League final. Danny Rose. We're passing it around here. Luka Modric. Back to Eriksen. It falls through. Taken down. Is that a free kick? Yes, it is. That is one hell of a challenge there. He's just face planted over himself. What's the referee's decision going to be? Red card in the 3rd minute. Oh my. Mats Hummels sent off in the 3rd minute for a slide tackle on Harry Kane. You could not ask for a better start. Oh, that is comical. Eriksen has an absolutely insane free kick on him. Can we make the most of it? 19 yards out. He's going to hit that one off the crossbar. So close to taking the lead. Oscar on the attack here for Bayern Munich. Can they get a shock goal here? Good defense there, but they're still on the attack. William Carvalho shoots and scores. You're kidding me. They get a man sent off, and they have the lead in the 10th minute. That is a rocket. I was just trying to jockey. It didn't help that we couldn't complete the challenge. That is an absolute rocket from William Carvalho. And Bayern Munich have a shock lead here. Oh, wow. Here we go, fellas. We need to get a goal back. We just need to pass it around. We have the extra man. I'm going to go there. We're just passing it. Dele Alli going through to Harry Kane, trying to turn the defenders. He still has it. Harry Kane on the angle, save from Manuel Neuer. Good height from Boateng against his former side. What can we do? Kyle Walker going to Kane. Through ball to Eriksen. What a ball. One-on-one with Manuel Neuer. What a save from Neuer. Oh my god, how have we not tied this up? Bayern Munich have a corner here against the run of play. They score here and we're up against it big time. That one goes back post. Falls down. Don't let Vidal shoot. Oh my god, I just thought he scored it. Here we go, just before half time. Can we hit them on the counter attack? Danny Rose goes through to Heung-min Son, the South Korean, trying to get past the defense. He does. Go on. Heung-min Son from distance. What a save from Neuer. If he scored that, that would have been remarkable. What a crap decision, but don't let them score a second goal. Don't let Lewandowski turn. They go to Muller. Good tackle there. No, they've still got it. Get rid of it, Danny Rose. Here we go. Can we hit them on the counter? We've got numbers. Eriksen. He's going to play that one through to Harry Kane. We need a good bounce. No, it bounces terribly, but he makes the tackle. Harry Kane, that would have been a great finish. Stuff Bale. Here we go. Here we go. We've somehow gotten it away. And now Kyle Walker, the right back, has it. I see Son. Back post. Heung-min Son ties it up. Great ball from Kyle Walker. Great position from Heung-min Son. And the South Korean heads it home to tie things up. I was getting very worried for a second that we were going to not be able to score. I thought it was going to be one of those games. Thank the Lord we got that cross in there. Harry Kane almost got his foot to it. But fortunately, the header finds the back of the net and it's all tied up. Here we go. We're all over them here in this second half. Can we steal it? We've got the numbers. Play it through. It's still on. Here we go. Harry Kane going back to Wanyama. Dele Alli open outside. Finesses. It was a terrible finish, but we get the corner. 88th minute here. Boateng out to Wanyama. Let's look at all the numbers we have. Eric Dier. Bale's open. Gareth Bale shoots. He scores it in the 90th minute. I was going to swear it to Harry Kane, but it doesn't matter. Gareth Bale gets us a potential winner in stoppage time here. We were all over them in this game, and we have finally scored our second goal. The man, he's come back to Tottenham, and has he given us our first Champions League title? The Bayern Munich defense so open. What a finish, what a ball, what a Champions League final. Let's just not concede. We're in stoppage time. Keep it up this end all you like. There it is. That's the full-time whistle from the referee. The rebuild complete. Tottenham Hotspur, champions of Europe. Gareth Bale, Heung-min Son, goal scorers on the day. What an insane Champions League final. One of the best finals we've played in this rebuilding series. I hope you guys enjoyed today's rebuild. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video. If we could shoot for over 1,500 likes, that would be beautiful. Make sure that you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. But I'll let you enjoy the title celebrations. It's been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.
I'm just painting, but I want y'all to listen. Cause my choice can determine my decision. Look what I'm rocking, they looking and talking. Flow is like butter, I cook with it often. No satisfaction, I'm needing it more. All of this action, I'm keeping it raw. I came to work, they came to party, don't all by myself. Calling my calling flow, open your mind. Look at my moves, what do you see when you look at my shoes? They don't see all of the walking it took to blossom from being a pawn to a rook and beyond. All black and I'm calm, king born from here. see when you look at me now? Everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. What do you see when you look at me now? Everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. One track mind, wanna roll with this boy, get fly. Wings up on an all black eye. When it's done, meditate all night. Shorty got a one track mind. Wanna go just a couple more times. Want smoke just a couple more times. Want blow just a couple more lines. Look what I'm rocking, they looking, they talking.